Hey Edmund, how you holding up? I know, and I'm sorry we had to do this to you, but it was the only way of keeping you safe. Huh?
Depends on your perspective, old friend. There you are. Something like that. I had a long time to think things over. Believe me, Sans, that never escaped my mind. Not a day went by without me worrying about everyone we knew. I know. There's no amount of apologies I can give. It was never my intent to hurt anyone. I was just following the crowd. It wasn't until too late that I realized my mistakes. I shouldn't have carried on as I did.
Hey, you wouldn't be considered a horrible person if you didn't regret your actions.
Don't worry about it. You have the right to be cross. But that's not why I came here.
We're here to fire you up.
I wouldn't come back till later in the year? Well, yes, but circumstances have caused a change in plan.
The more we look at the comments from the last video, it seems they're missing you more than anything.
Aye, and I hate to keep them waiting any longer. So what do you say, Edmund? Would you like to come out today? That is another reason why I'm returning early. The channel's magic is dying out, Edmund. Without the spark, or us, everything we have worked up for will slowly begin to fade away, until there is nothing left.
We're lucky there's still something that remains. The main source.
Source? Me?
Yep, you're the last string keeping everything connected. If that breaks, we lose you.
And what's the plan? We're going to use as much as we have left to revive us all. All you need to do is to channel your inner energy, control your power, and we'll be home running then.
Are you joking? I'm struggling to keep myself going, not just a channel. I don't know if I can be able to...
It's our only shot at bringing everyone and everything back.
What?
Your friends, Edmund. They'll be lost along with the channel too. Which is why we need you to pump those pistons and bring it all back. Then we haven't a moment to lose. More steam, Aiden. Got ya!
Are you sure we'll make it?
It's either that or we fail trying. Now get ready. We'll need top speed if we're to make it.
Sans, look! He's doing it!
Come on. Almost there! Keep puffing!
I can do it. Brothers, darling, I just want to make you free.
I'm back? Where did Aiden go?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'll find him later on. Likely the magic sent him back to the real world.
Strange, yet interesting. Huh? I look different, but I'm still the same? Guess my magic couldn't restore everything then, huh? Say, where are we?
Looks like Kilmarnock.
Eh? It looks so different.
I think it arguably looks nicer. More realistic, really.
I suppose. At least the sheds are closer to the station than before. What now?
Now we get ready for what Aiden has in the works.
Very well then. I do hope he hasn't lost his way.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Meanwhile, in our universe.
Right, that was... How the hell did I get over here?
Welp, this was unexpected. Hello, lads and lassies, Mr. Sansa Blackadder here, and I am officially back! Yeah! It has been a long while since we last spoke in a video, but now I'm back and I ain't going away anytime soon. No matter what. So, I've been planning this for a while now, and after a lot of back and forth with suggestions from friends and even family members, I have a good list of things planned for 2026, with more planned for 2027, which is going to be a very interesting year indeed. But without further ado, and so as to not drag this intro on any further, let's get to the point. Kicking this off with a banger. Thomas the Tank Engine himself once more.
Hello everybody.
Like last year, I have a ton of Thomas stories lined up for all of you to see. During my last batch of stories, I had completed all but one set that I had planned from the start, but that was for a good reason. I wasn't happy with the end results of them. For those unaware, I made a story called Rumors for Inspection in 2024, a story following up Edward's exploits and inspired by the episode Standoff from the Jim and the Jinty series, to coincide with the 40th anniversary of the television series. As time has gone on, I begin to consider follow-up stories to eventually make into a book collection for my headcanon. While gone, I had some spare time to come up with new stories, and I eventually got back to the previously mentioned ones with their original drafts, and I wanted to revise them to be more original and fit the 4-minute 30 time frame that the classic series had, since these are meant to be in the style of Series 2. Alongside those, I have a new series currently in the works. I can't say nor show much of what I have planned, but let's just say it may be a revival to an old series from this channel. I don't think I'll have it out by this year, given other big projects are taking higher priority at the moment, but we'll see what comes of it in the near future. Of course, regular adaptations of other stories are in the works, and will be coming out during the duration of this year. Some will be from the legendary Buried Truck, but I'm also going to try and do some from Narrow Gauge, as well as many other people. And before anyone asks, no, I will not be doing any more adaptations of Richard Jordan's stories. A Part of Me Stay Behind remains as the last one I will ever be doing from them. And that's all I really have to say about this segment of the video. So, let's move on to other sectors of the channel for a moment. If there's one thing I tried to experiment with on this channel, it was gaming videos. But as the analytics showed when those videos got uploaded, most of them didn't do so well. So last year, I decided to keep all that content on my extras channel. I will say that will not be changing anytime soon. And most games that I play will be live streamed exclusively on my Twitch, with a few exceptions to be streamed on either YouTube or both platforms. I don't have any specific plans in terms of what to play on stream, but if you want to find out when or what I'll stream, be sure to follow my Twitch page in the description below, or at the top right. By the time this video goes live, I'll be preparing for 2 streams this weekend, one on Saturday with friends, and one possibly with friends or solo, playing Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. I have been waiting for this game for ages since they announced it, and now it's here? I can't wait, so look out for that. There isn't much else I can really say aside from what I've already mentioned, so let's just move on. And now for something completely different. The train site's back! A few years ago, I decided to dabble in Wix.com and opened a trains website. That, however, was very tacky in my opinion, and needed a bit of reworking. After some time, I decided to rework it from the ground up, shutting the website down and starting anew with a brand new URL and everything. So here it is. The Great Scottish Railworks. How original. Here you'll find many assets from mine and as well as others' content. From reskins to routes to face packs to even custom models, it's all here. With a wide range of members, we are not short on supply. The site will be officially linked in the video's description and on the main channel page. Once this video goes live, the site will be opened. Okay, I know this was really random, but I had a lot of people ask me over the years to bring back the site, and I was more than happy to oblige. But with that out of the way, we can get back to the actual channel updates. Now for my most favorite types of videos. The vlogs! And the unboxings. By the time this video goes live, God, I sound like a broken record, I'll be preparing for a weekend of vlogs on the 28th and 29th of March. The first being this year's Model Rail Scotland. Usually it would be a normal trip. However, this time is going to be different. 2026 will mark the 60th anniversary of the event, and you know I love jumping on the bandwagon of anniversaries. I'm hoping to get some pretty good deals there too. If you are going to be attending the event, and you end up seeing me there, feel free to say hello. Then the following day, on the 29th, I'll be paying the lads a bonus visit. I recommend keeping an eye out on my Instagram next week, for I'll probably be posting a wee bit on there for both events. After those, I haven't got any other plans. But I do have a few unboxings planned. I have 2 videos prepared of me unboxing some of the 2025 range. And I do plan on getting a few of the 2026 ranges once they release. I have also been looking into the D'Agostini merch again. Problem is, they are hard to find now, and those that I do find are going for crazy prices. As far as other vlogs or unboxings go, I do not know. But if something comes up that's worth filming, I might make a video about it. Anyway, this part has been dragging on long enough. So let us move on to some more juicier stuff. That is, if you haven't used the time codes on your first time watching this, so that way you can see your favorite parts of the actual video. Moving on. I may not understand what's going on in this moment, but I can't just let you carry on like this. So answer me this, brother. Do you want to have a bad time? This is something me and Jenna have worked and procrastinated on for ages now. Last year, we announced a revival to the iconic Mr. Sand vs. Invert series, creating a new timeline that makes more sense and is more consistent compared to the original, while also being faithful to the source material. While we haven't much to tell you at this stage, I can say we will be pushing for a summer 2026 release. The rounds will be released in batches, so Jenna doesn't tire herself out from animating, and me from storyboarding. The first batch will be rounds 1 to 3, with little intermission trailer uploads to keep the pacing going. The rest will be soon to follow, with rounds 4 to 6 in batch 2, and rounds 7 to 10 in batch 3. The other 2 batches haven't a confirmed release date yet, as there isn't much done with them, say for some concepts. But we're making good progress with what we have. Unfortunately, I can't spoil a lot with batch 1, But I will say some things in this revival may play out differently to the original. And that you'll just have to find out. I will have to stress everyone to not harass us over getting these batches completed. I have seen how people react towards other animation series, especially when it comes to Gooseworks, like what the fuck guys, and I wouldn't want that to happen here. But that's a discussion for a whole other conversation. Now, with that out of the way, on to the next. Before we move on to more important matters, I want to touch on the Musical Hour series for a bit. This series is one that has been a bit of a free time, make it as I go series that really doesn't really catch a lot of attraction. So does that mean I'll call it quits with it? No, of course not. I love making this series. It feels like something I can just do for OSTs of videos or covers and remixes of popular tracks. While it doesn't get a lot of views, I don't care. People do enjoy what comes out of that series, and I will continue to work on it as much as I can. In fact, I have one planned as a late Undertale 10th anniversary installment. But given how dated that video is now, since we're several months after the anniversary, I think it's best I go back and redo the entire thing for an early 11th anniversary release instead. So keep your eyes open for that. Now, I have something I want to touch on really quickly before we move on to the final bit of news. So if it weren't obvious enough, I've managed to remonetize this channel. Don't worry though, most of the content I post here won't be monetized anyway, due to the content or assets used in them. Though popular videos with no copyright might be depending on the traffic. The main reason why I bring this up, however, is something I've tried before, but failed spectacularly. And it is kinda like the Patreon, but it's on this platform. I've opened up memberships. That's right, with these, some exciting goodies are coming your way that not even the Discord server gets. There are 2 tiers up for grabs, which the names don't sound cheesy whatsoever. Mainline and Branch Line. The Branch Line membership allows you to have the basics. Loyalty badges, members exclusive emojis, shoutouts at the end of videos, and up to 3-day early access. I say up to 3 day because depending on what the video is, it may be a little bit less in terms of early access. I don't know, it'll just be depending on how I can keep on top of it. The mainline membership has all the perks of the branch line, but with the added bonus of getting exclusive videos from both main and extras channels. These can range from different versions of videos to additional content that wouldn't usually get uploaded. Both memberships are £4.99 a month and £8.99 a month respectively. And for those in America, you can convert that yourself. Now, I don't expect everyone to jump on these right away. I know a lot of my audience is in a similar boat to me when it comes to income, and given these are monthly things, I totally understand. But if you have some cash to spare and want to support one of your favorite creators, then it's very appreciated. Also, don't worry about the Discord server, it's still going to be free to join. I'm not putting it behind the paywall of the memberships. Anyways, I think I've stalled you long enough. So, let's move on to the part everyone came here for. Now, this may be the beefiest part of the video, so you better prepare your shovels. Now, if you remember me saying last year, Adventures of the Great Scottish Railway was getting some rework done with the route, the models, and stories. I'm pleased to say that 2 of 3 things are almost complete. We have 2 more stories to finalize, and one character left to give a new look. And he's the only character whose basis hasn't got a better model on the market right now. Thank you, Willy! But what about the route? How far has that gone? Well, by the time this video goes out, a lot of progress has been made. In fact, the route you saw at the beginning was done in time for this video, and will be the new Kilmarnock. I also filmed my progress on the route, and I will be planning on making a time-lapse video of it, along with a few more important locations like the harbour and Victoria's branch line. Call it a little mini-series, if you will. A Great Scottish Reconstruction, maybe. I won't lie, I've been holding on to that title for 2 years now. Now, I can't say when the route will be complete in time for me to start filming, but I want to try and finish construction before the end of 2026. This does mean a release date for Series 2 seems highly unlikely for this year, and I'm rather unsure of next year too. But once I know the series is ready, you guys will be the first to know. I will be trying to update as much as I can on the official Discord server, so if you want to stay in the loop with everything of the series, do be sure to join and keep your notifications open. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. Before you all go, however, I would like to thank everyone for all the support you've given me while I was away. It's been a great help, and I really do appreciate it. But don't worry about me. Nothing's getting me away from you lot this time. I can assure you that. I may be in college right now, but that hasn't stopped me before. But with that, I better get back to work on everything. There's so much to do before the year ends. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, lads and lassies!